Hello friends, welcome again on my YouTube channel. This week we will talk about sun. Yes, the most beautiful, most illuminating, most responsible super soul sun. So sun is the energy giver. Sun is a father figure. Sun is a bright energy within you who provides you the energy where you feel like to get up and go to work and responsibly manage your family, your siblings, your father, parents, a wife, your kids. So sun is very important in anyone's kundli because if someone's sun is not in good position, debilitated, or not giving its full effect because of its degrees, it might ruin their life to the depression. Just think of that when there is a Surya Grahan, how everything is closed, all mandirs closed, people go in their houses, and during this sun eclipse, they don't want to do any good work. Similar way, if someone's sun is debilitated or sun is eclipsed with the bad planets, their life is ruined. But again, with the effects of prayer, spiritual connection with God, you can illuminate yourself. How you can eliminate? By praying Surya Aditya mantra or Aditya Hriday Strot you can do. If you cannot chant, you can listen every day. I myself, although my son is not bad, I do every morning. First thing what I do in the morning is I listen Aditya Hriday Strotam, specifically from Shubha Mudgal. I really love her 12 minutes Aditya Hridayam. And what Surya does in different specific houses, let's discuss about that. So sun when sits in the first house, this makes a person vibrant, get going, knowledgeable, very charming, and leadership personality. So this is the best position for sun to be in. Second house, it gives, if it is in a good degree, and it gives a very comfortable environment in family, their wealth, their knowledge. They can be a good singer, yes. In the second house, if sun in good place, and it makes a good singer. Third house, courage. Fourth house, home environment, very light, illuminating, good, although they are introvert in the fourth house. Fifth house is the best house for the sun because it's their own. The fifth house is the own house of the sun, that is Leo. Whenever sun sits in the Leo, it acts as like it is in his own house, with full of energy, full of vibration, full of wealth, full of wisdom. Sun gives in Leo, so Leo sun are the best. So you can also listen. सिंह राशि वाले कभी पीछे नहीं हटते, हार नहीं मानते, उनका मनोबल बहुत अच्छा रहता है अगर उनका सन बहुत अच्छा है. So because sun is exalted in Leo, Leo is their own Rashi. Sixth house, they will have always difficulty with the enemies, always clashes with the enemies. Seventh house is down in seventh house. So those who have a sun in seventh house, they have a challenges in their marriage. Their partner will be very extremely irritating in their behavior, or might affect their relationship. And sometime if good houses are not affecting, might be a divorce. Yes, seventh house is not good for the sun, but again it depends which house. Means if Jupiter is aspecting seventh house, or if good planets are aspecting seventh house, people can make it. Eighth house is a friend's house, Mars and Saturn's house. So Sun feels comfortable here. Although Sun is not a benefic, not a natural benefic planet, it gives. But it is considered as a malefic. In eighth house, is in the friend's house, so they are comfortable in eighth house. Ninth house is a Jupiter house, spiritual energy house. So these kind of a people will be very ethical with the spiritual gurus. They get their illumination, their energy, their bright, their responsibility to the best level. Ninth house also depends, is it also represent father. So ninth house, if it's not in the good degree, it affects father's health. But again, how good other planets are in your horoscope, that depends on that too. Sometime ninth house Sun will make these person fight with their teachers. They do not agree with their teacher. They maybe because they feel that what teacher is telling them is orthodox, but not always. It's good for both teacher and, because listen, teacher also learn from someone, and teacher always provide energy, guide, give direction. But again, Sun and Jupiter, they sometimes feel uncomfortable, but it's again sun with their ego, positive ego, makes a bright spiritual growth in a person. 10th house, perfect career house. Here if sunset, if with the Mercury, it makes a Budh Aditya Yoga, and in career they make huge lot of amount of money. So Sun in the 10th house, very good, very comfortable position. 11th house is a house of gain. Sun is not very comfortable in the 11th house, little bit challenges. But if it is sitting with the good planets like higher degree of Venus and with the maybe Mars, it gives a lot of wealth to the ascendant. 12th house is a house of moksha, so it gives Sun uncomfortable. Sun is uncomfortable in the 12th house, but again, who Sun is sitting with, it also plays a key role how Sun will behave here. So these are the 12th house positions of the Sun. On the lighter note, it gives bright illuminating energy if it is in a good degree. It affects someone's life to the hell also if it is debilitated. Debilitated means आपने ये सुना होगा कि कहते हैं कि आपका सन खराब है, सन नीच का है, तो इसीलिए क्योंकि जिन those people whose sun is not good, they don't take the responsibility of their action. They don't take the responsibility of the family, and they have no energy, inertia, and the charm to bring it to the people, family, friends, or eliminate someone's life. They feel low. They need validations of the people that okay, you are good. They do not have themselves the kind of a ego which can bring the reform or change or brightening effects to the people they are associated with. So it's very, very important that Sun should be in everyone's good place. Now what happens if Sun is sitting with Rahu or Ketu or Saturn or with any other planet, how it behaves or it acts? So Sun with Venus, if Sun is in a higher degree, it affects your married life, it affects your love life, it might affect your, in females it might affect your egg, your internal organs. In males it can affect your sperm quality, or जो आप सुनते होंगे कि सूर्य अस्त हो गया, और उस जिन लोगों के फैमिली में सूर्य अस्त रहता है, मीन्स उसमें डिबिलेटेड सूर्य है लव का, तो फैमिली की जनरेशन से आगे मुश्किल से बढ़ती है। सन अगर केतु के साथ है तो इसमें सन बहुत अनकंफर्टेबल होता है। केतु के साथ उसमें उसको हर बार कन्फाइनमेंट में जाना पड़ता है और अपने ईगो को मारना पड़ता है। अल्टीमेटली एट द एंड सन एंड केतु टर्न्स आउट टू बी गुड आफ्टर years of humiliation and that kind of subsiding bad ego, and liberate actually at the end within the God. Sun with Rahu gives you the kind of very bad ego, gives you the false ego. These can be a good manager's use, but they cannot be they do things with the bad means. They makes you, means Rahu can make Sun debilitated here in terms of giving the energy of where you feel मैं ही हूँ, मेरे अलावा कोई नहीं है. So this kind of a people cannot be a great leader. They can be a good manager, like they will get things done by hook or crook kind of a. And sometimes this kind of a combination of Rahu associated with Sun makes Sun's quality to that level where the person is ready to do the wrong stuff or cheating the stuff or cheating the government, because Sun represent government. So if they do that, they might get the punishment or legal actions from the government. This kind of a combination, yes. Sun with Mars really do great. Both are fiery planet. They are great leader, great executor. They're great managers, get goers, starters. So Sun Mars, good combination. Certainly when two fiery planets sit together, it affects some other aspects of the life. Someone is good, can be a CEO making a good amount of money, but that person can be, their personal life might be affected in other ways. Because see, remember, every house or the planet is aspected by other house. If it is aspecting a good by a good planets like Jupiter, like a moon, then a story can be a different. But if it is aspecting by a bad planet, story is different. One very important, everyone will see Surya and Sun. Surya means Sun and Saturn. This combination is really very bad in terms of father and son relationship. If it is in the Sun's chart, son should stay away from the father, or a daughter should stay away from the father, because उसमें पूरी growth रुक जाती है ascendant की. That person cannot grow at all because sun burns that person with Saturn's. So that kind of people whose Saturn and Sun together, they should stay away from their father, not in the same house. If possible, they can take the house together, like parallelly, or they meet each other, respect each other, but together in the same house, that's certainly a combustion to that level where the person end up losing the career and money in their life. Also affect where this Sun and Saturn is sitting in the house of family. It affects the whole family through the decision of fathers or action of fathers. If it is affecting, if it is sitting in 7th house, because of father's decision, married life is affected. So it affects the holistic. Means Saturn and Sun is not a very good position. But again, if Saturn is sitting in his own house and Sun is in his own Rashi, say for example, 12th house, Saturn is in own house. Saturn is very comfortable, but Aries, Sun is exalted in Aries. So both are sitting together in a way. Certainly there will be a friction in between father and a son, but here, based on the degree, person can still achieve success by enhancing Saturn's quality, by doing the hard work, humble with the government authority, not working against the government. So if that kind of a two distinction person can make, where to act like a sun, where to act like a Saturn. That can be managed to some extent, but again it depends like which Rashi sun is sitting in, which Rashi Saturn is sitting in. So this is how different positions sun sits and behave in different way. But as a holistic view, as in a all way, sun, no matter what, sun comes and gives energy to all, gives that kind of a positive ego in everyone to stand up, get up, go to work, take the responsibility, run your family. If you feel like you have no inertia to get up from your bed, no energy to go out and earn for your family, no energy to take the responsibility and make a good decision for your family, every day get up, भगवान सूर्य को नमस्कार करें, you right in front of the sun and ask and seek the wisdom, the energy, so that they can run the family and they can inspire themselves so that they move forward in the life. For me, if in anyone's horoscope people give different perspective, but if sun is bad, I guess like that person is the most abhagyashali person, जिसकी कुंडली में सन खराब हो या debilitated हो. किसी किसी हाउस में बैठ के आस्पेक्ट करता है, that's fine, up and down चलता है, but if it is debilitated, then I feel like that's the most abhagyashali event, because you have no soul in you, you are a dead person. So get up every morning, bow down right in front of the sun and listen Surya Aditya Hridayam if you have time. If no time, just say Om Suryaya Namah. If not, then it's nothing. Like sun is for Hindu, Muslim, Christians, for everyone. Sun does not say that I bless only Hindus or Christians or Muslims. Sun is for all, for everyone. Think of it, if sun will be a partial, that no, I will not give energy or sun or light to that particular country, particular religion. Think of it, what will happen. So that whole country will be gone. So just be open in your thoughts. The way sun gives energy, irrespective of caste, creed, religion, same way you have to keep your soul high up. Believe in equality, believe in oneness, and let prosper everyone, let prosper your soul, and illuminate your family, your children, and bring them to the best what you can. Thank you.